the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PTM Racing TV. We're live back here once more with the Old School League Racing Series, and we're back here for the very first time here in Auto Club Speedway tonight, live here in Southern California. Hi again, everyone. My name is Christian, the Crusader Shriver. Welcome back to PTM Racing TV. It has been so long since we've been able to showcase in a full race, in a full setting for these Old School League guys, and I can tell you very much so, they missed the drama, they missed the racing, they missed the battles that they show to you guys right here on this channel and on this stream section. So let's go over our field of drivers here tonight. Let's start them on the pole. That will be Kyle Milliken in the 42. With the outside of him, the newcomer, the 28 of Robert the Rattlesnake Khan. Row number 2, it's going to be Tyler Hunt in that 20 machine. It is outside. It's going to be the 88 of Mark Cook. Row number 3, Brian W. Wiggins in the number 5, and his outside. That's the 4 of Kyle Hanna. Row number 4, that's going to be Mark Sikosi in the 8, and his outside, Justin Cope in the 8, or in the 9. Row number 5 is going to be James Kruger in the 25, and his outside, it's going to be Byron Bartlett in the 77. Row 6, the pride of Texas, the one you don't mess with Texas, that's Kayla McCarthy in the 33. And her outside, Art Milne in the 15. Row number 7, Nicholas Wilson in the 53, and his outside, that's Dustin Hallsworth in the number 1. Shotgun on our field in our starting grid here tonight, Matty Watkins in the 99, and the 24 of David Castelli. Our field has worked them on in. We are ready. We are set. We will bring the drivers to this track here in just a little bit. But before we do so, folks, we ask you all around, please share, please follow, please like us up. We bring you guys these cars for a reason. We bring you the drivers all the time here for some action-packed adventures. You know you're in for something when the Old School League Series comes on around. It is now time to bring our drivers to life. Joining us in the chat already, Lance Brandlinger and Kenneth Crawford joining us in here. Kenneth, as usual, going for old team Rattlesnake over here. And Bill DeHaan, good to have you, sir. Asked earlier, as Mr. Holsworth in the lineup tonight, and they saying, let's go for the number 1. I think that might answer your question there, my friend. Nonetheless, as we get them all ready to go here, let's get them all situated out. This is very tough to master track. This is definitely going to be a track of persistence and skill. All about patience, in my opinion, on this track, because this track is a very loose, very unique power track. This is a track you can't power through. You have to finesse it on those corners. So we're going to see how well they handle that and how well they're able to do it here, because this is definitely going to be a trick. It's going to be a tricky run here for these guys, and see if maybe they're able to hold their own. You got to go look at the PTN Racing TV number 28 of Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn, bringing his first time out. This is the first time we've ever seen him outside of the Pedal to the Metal Racing League Series. A dominator over there. He's now joined amongst the old school crowd as well to have some fun. Kyle Milliken, we know him. We've seen him before. And then, of course, you got that 20 of Tyler Hunt in the back there in the Home Depot 20 machine. The 4, of course, Kyle Hanna, always a player every time we see him out on the track. And then that 5 of Brian W. Wiggins. Definitely out for some racing here. Definitely out to get something going here. It looks like Milliken has opted to the back. Looks like he's going to be serving a EOL, it appears. So as they bring him on down around, they'll get him situated out here. The 1 lap to go, initiated, and Hunt will go in the back as well. As they bring him on down around, guys, we're going to get them all ready to go here. We'll get the pace car off the track and get them ready to go for this next time by. We bring them on down around. It is time. We haven't showcased them in a while. We're bringing them to life. Bring them on down the front straightaway. 100 laps to the distance. It's go time for the Old School ARCA Series. On back down around the front stretch immediately. We've got Mark Sikosi in the 8 doing battle here with the 88 machine as they work them on down around. Now they've got the momentum built up. They're going to immediately string straight down to the bottom there. The affordable SEO 8 of Mark Sikosi going to do battle with Mark Cook immediately with the Trump 2020 machine right to his outside. On down around the back straightaway we go here. Brian W. Wiggins has the early advantage on Robert Kahn as they build battle right down the back here as they work them on in. Now the 4 of Kyle Hanna working that outside line there of Mark Sikosi. You got ourselves a battle here for 4th. Side by side they take it here, but Sikosi, in my opinion, has the better run on the better line there. The surface on the bottom has a much more of a grip and a tone to grab off of, but we'll see how well that plays out here as they bring him on down that front straightaway immediately. Look at this. A 3-wide salute has been initiated, but Sikosi backs off. He didn't want to try to overdo that corner. We'll tell you more about that later on, but as they work him on down around out of turn 1, down to turn 2 here. You can see the 4 there, Kyle Hanna doing some battle here with that 88 of Mark Cook. You've got a battle for 3rd here. Cook trying to hold his own, trying to maintain some stability in position here as they work him on down around now. Justin Cope having a little bit of a battle here with the pride of Texas, Kayla McCarthy right behind him. Working him on down around. Now Cook's going to have to build up some momentum and build some time back as James Kruger now works him on in, trying to get up there with the Sikosi machine of the affordable SEO, number 8. On down that front straightaway, here they go. We've completed 3 laps now this time by. And now look at this. The pride of Texas, Kayla McCarthy now works them on down the bottom, trying to work around the Trump 2020, number 9. as they work him on down around. Justin Cope not quite able to get the momentum. He builds up there. He'll try to sneak him on in yet again. On down out of turn 2, down to the back straightaway. We now have another battle going here. The 8 of Mark Sikosi doing a little bit of a warfare here with the 25 of Kruger. Kruger trying to get back into the hunt, trying to get some momentum built up here as he works him on down around, down out of turn 3, going into turn 4 here. Back down to the bottom he goes, takes it on in. These guys definitely giving it a run and a half here immediately. No driver seems to have the advantage. No one seems to have everything quite the way they want it just yet. But you can see everyone as they jockey for position, trying to figure out the line they want to go for. It's all about rhythm and timing right now as the 4 of Kyle Hanna is trying to get some momentum built up, but he's got Mark Cook right behind him, hunting him down as Robert Kahn, the Rattlesnake, has struck again. He has taken the lead. Back down that back straightaway they go here. They are bringing him on in here. They'll go on down turn 3, going into turn 4 here. Kyle Hanna trying to hold his own here, trying to build up some momentum in that Boo Berry machine, number 4. Him and teammates. His teammate tonight, of course, working him on in there. You'll see the 53 later as they bring him on down around. The 53 currently right now in back of the pack here, kind of working his way on in. Nicholas Wilson, always a challenger, though, when he gets him later in the run. We'll see if that comes into play later as Brian W. Wiggins now is falling further and further behind Robert Kahn right now. You got to be wondering how much is he really putting stress on those tires and how much is he burning up the tires right now, because those turns will definitely get you when you least expect it as we work them on down the back straightaway. We've got movement back here. Mark Sikosi now to the inside here of Caleb McCarthy as they work them on around. Sikosi gets a serious run down the bottom there as the 33 there of Caleb McCarthy tries to hold her own here. McCarthy doing a great job hanging on to the veterans here as they work them on down that front straightaway. No driver giving out just yet. All of them giving it for what it's worth. They build them on down around. No one giving an inch here as they continue the momentum. Sikosi's going to have to try to hold off Justin Cope in that 9 Trump 2020 machine. Down around out of turn 1. They go down into turn 2. They go here. Justin Cope got some serious momentum built up on that bottom line there. You can see the momentum starting to work his way on in. Trying to get something figured out and trying to get something going here as they continue this one in. This seems to be a battle between the front runners. The Pride of Texas right now just kind of hanging in there and keeping her position alive here as now Mark Cook to the bottom there of Kyle Hanna. You see in the inside screen there, you see how far Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn has made some moves there. He's had many nicknames before, the Rattlesnake, the Pony Express, and right now you might want to add the ARCA Soccer tonight, because he is absolutely kicking this one to the curb. Bring him on down around. Out of turn 2 they go. You've got yourself a battle between these two front runners right now. You got a battle for second as they work them on down around. You can see how close they got to keep it as they bring it on Kyle Hanna. Oh! Brian W. Wiggins gets right into the back of Kyle Hanna. Serious damage on the front end. They're only allowed 2 instant repairs. Damage up on the 4 of Kyle. They're not calling for the caution here, folks. They'll let him go. Now they work him on down around. The 15 will do battle here. That 15 of Art Milne, the first time we've seen him in this position, and now the caution will come out. Race officials hesitating to see if they should call it. In my opinion, that was an easy call, but let's show you why that was. Here's another look at the replay here. That was a hard lick. Take another look at it. Watch carefully. Watch him on down the back straightaway. Watch the run that Cook's going to get here. And you can see what Wiggins is trying to do. He's trying to defend off, trying to get into position. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work the way they were looking for there. So we're going to go back here and show you what happened exactly with the 4 there, Kyle Hanna. In that situation there, you can see we just tried to make a move, and unfortunately, it didn't quite work out the way he was looking for there. Here's the pass. Watch this. Comes on down around the back stretch. Wiggins brings it down. He's going for a ride. Oh! Damage is done, and the damage taking a huge lick and a toll on him. Unfortunately, though, that will slow his momentum down just a little bit here. So we'll bring him on down around. We're going to try to restrict ourselves on the replays here tonight. The last time we had replay issues, well, let's just say We ended up frying the server and everything, so we're not having that happen again. The glitch graphic gremlins, for all we care, can go and stay in their little hidey hole, because right now the Crusader has his sword out. He's got it ready to go, and he's ready to defend off any of those glitch graphic gremlins. They will not take upon our kingdom of PTM Racing TV. And for our British viewers out there, I very much apologize in advance for my horrible accent. Nevertheless, they bring him on down around. Kyle Hanna will keep his momentum. He looks like he'll get his lap back, but he will get put in the back of the pack here. Your leader right now, as of late, was Robert Kahn, the old rattlesnake in the 28 machine, rocking the PTM Racing TV Rouse Bottles Rats machine. That 88 of Mark Cook and Brian W. Wiggins following right behind here as they bring him on down around. Fresh tires going on for Robert on the right, going to the left. And we'll see who gets out there first. It's going to be Roberts racing it to the end there. Wiggins getting a close second. And the 25 of James Kruger getting a third slot out of that, while Justin Cope will take over for the nice slot. The 5th will go to Byron Barlett. The 33 of Caleb McCarthy gets that 6th. And the 7th of the 15 of Art Milne. The 42 there of Kyle Milliken as well, rounding out your top 8 there. So we'll bring him on down around now, guys. Get them all situated out here. We're going to get some green flag racing here yet again in just a bit. Let us know down in the chat as well. We want to make sure everything is firing on all cylinders. Does everything look like it's working good and everything on here is streaming just right? Let us know, because last night we did have troubles. No one said anything until we watched later, and, you know, I don't want that to happen ever again. So please, if you guys would be so kind, could you please let us know down in the chat if everything's looking pretty good on your end? Please and thank you. Alright, we join in the chat real quick here, though. Bill DeHaan still joining us here, as well as Kenneth Crawford. Crawford right now with the old line of awesome battles going on here. No holding back. That's right, sir. When you watch these guys go at it, there is no limits, no holds barred. It's old school at its finest. Like the days of the Dirt Series and the days of running in other series. You have to get it old. You have to kick it old school if you want to ride hard like that. As we bring him on down around, we will get him situated out here for another green flag race here. Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn, the Pony Express, Pony Boy, call him whatever the heck you want. He is your race leader right now in that PTM Racing TV 28 machine. While that 5, Brian W. Wiggins, I believe in the, can't quite read out what that says there. In the I believe that says the Fritz, yeah, the Fritz number 5 there, PTM Racing TV machine as well. You're going to see a lot of those logos going around here, folks. These guys really love going on this channel and showing you guys all it's worth and giving you guys some love. They want to show you guys a good race, and they obviously want to represent that by sharing their colors, sharing their pride, and showing you guys what it's all about. They will do a single file restart this next time by as we work them on down around. And to get them all situated out now, we'll bring them on down to turn 4 here. We're getting ready to go for another green flag restart here. Work them on down to that front stretch of 11-degree turn banking, to the turns of 14 degrees, and that back stretch of 3 degree. They're going to work them on down on this 2-mile long track for this restart. We'll see how it all plays out. Robert leads them on in. Waiting for the green flag restart, being patient. He's not going to try to throw it too soon. He gets it on the throttle. We're ready to go. Green flag high in the air. Coming down right out of turn 1, back down. They'll bring him on in. The Fritz number 5 there of Brian W. Wiggins works him on in, trying to get some momentum there on Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn opens the door up, though. He gives a wide open doorway there, and Brian W. Wiggins about gave him a run and a half there. That could have been a stealing of the lead there. Right back down on the throttle. Here they go here, and they bring him on in. Wiggins now straight back down on the bottom, trying to get some momentum built up. He's going to try and chase down Robert Kahn. We're going to go on board here with Wiggins. You can see how hard they're going to have to try to steer these cars in and try to line them up. The reason why is because they're trying to get a nice run in even section. But watch this turn right here. This is 14-degree banks turn. Watch how slick and how they have to back off with the throttle. Oh, we just talked about it. He is spinning around as Brian W. Wiggins. We just said it before. You have to be careful on the pace. And what did I just say there, folks? Holy smokes, he got loose, and you saw it live right there. He just could not quite hold the car in position. Wow, that was not what Wiggins wanted to do, and that's going to put him back even further in position because Kruger is now going to take over with Justin Cope running into that third slot now. And Robert Kahn, I got to be thinking he's got some butterflies in his body right now because he is leading this one on in. On down around out of turn 1, though. Look at the run Justin Cope's got there on the 25 of James Kruger. You can't deny he's got to run. He's got to run. He's going to bring him on down that back straightaway here. Gets a little bit of a draft. Can he swing it down low quick enough to get around Kruger? He's got the time to turn, though. He's got to back his corners up. He didn't do it enough there because Byron Barlett in the BB Racing 77 now works him on down. Back down around now. They'll work him on down. Now turn 4 to the front stretch we go. That 11 degree front stretch banking there will definitely be a whole host of moments. Continuing on in, though, out of turn 1. Slinging on back down. Out of turn 2 here. Cope trying to get some momentum built up. Trying to get around Kruger. But Kruger doing a great job holding his own here. Keeping the momentum alive. On back down out of turn 2 we go. Wiggins is making a charge. He's initiating a full throttle assault on the pack. The 42 of Kyle Milliken is trying to hold him off here. Trying to stay ahead. But you can see Wiggins is not happy about what he just did earlier. He will deliver everything he's got to get back into this one. That is a promise. I guarantee he's thinking right now in his head. Kayla, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy holding her own there. The only female in our ARCA series here tonight. Absolutely bringing it on in. Giving it what she can and what it's worth. Trying to get something built up and get some momentum to carry on through to get up to Tyler Hunt in that Home Depot 20 machine. The Home Depot number 20 right now got some momentum kicking on in. He's starting to get a draft there off the 53 of Nicholas Wilson. We'll see if maybe that's going to be enough to get him on down as they work him on down around out of turn 3 going into turn 4 here. You can see there's a hard battle here, a hard charge for that second spot. But Robert Kahn right now is saying bamboo. See you guys later. He's currently about almost 2.5 seconds ahead of the race leader here, folks. That is how far Robert right now is in this. He's looking like Tyler Hunt out there. Usually a lot of people say, well, they see Hunt win a lot. Well, right now Robert Kahn might be channeling the inner spirit of Hunt right now because he's got a good run going on for him as they work them on down around that back straightaway here. Now looks like the 25 of James Kruger's got company. That's the 53 of Nicholas Wilson in the Blueberry number 53. Trying to rock that big old Chevrolet. Now they work them on down around out of turn 3 going down turn 4. You can see these guys kind of trying to work a line in, trying to work a draft in, similar to what you saw with the last tracks we've been at, which is Daytona International Speedway. And of course, obviously, we've been to Talladega a little bit as well. We've been all around the world. We've been all around the States for quite a bit. I think it was only once we've actually been outside of the United States. That was when we went to Twin Motegi in Japan. And ironically, guess what? That was with these guys right here. And boy, did they deliver there with a show. But as they work them on down around that back straightaway here, all drivers battling for position, jockeying for maneuvers. Now here comes the 42. Kyle Milliken trying to get something going there around the 33 of Caleb McCarthy. On down around, slings it up. I call that the sling blade pass because you bring it up straight to the top and you just throw it straight down so hard you're trying to sling it there. But McCarthy sees that. She knows now what she's got to do. She's going to try to pull the old sling blade maneuver on them as well. On back down around. Maybe she's got something here for Milliken. We've got ourselves a battle here, folks. The veteran and the rookie of ARCA series right now doing battle here. Can you guess which one's which? You're battling them down out of turn 2 here. And they continue them on in. McCarthy trying to get some momentum build up, trying to stay ahead of Milliken. Milliken doing everything they can down that back straightaway here, trying to stay in this one, trying to stay in the hunt. On back down around out turn 3, going back down in. Milliken gets a big run there and gets past it again. Now Tyler Hunt's turn here. He's on the hunt. Tyler Hunt, the Home Depot machine, now works him on in. Trying to get around James Kruger in that 25. He works it straight to the bottom. He's got a little bit of help from Sikosi there in the 8. The affordable SEO number 8 machine working him on down, trying to help some build up some momentum here for these drivers. They continue them on around. This is how you do it. Down out of turn 2 they go. You can see the run now starting to develop on Hunt, but Sakosi's got something for him as well here. Look at this. Down around that back straightaway here. Sakosi trying to deliver. He's been in victory lane once this season. He would love nothing more than to get back there. Tyler Hunt hasn't been there in a while. He's been battling the grit. He's been battling some demons out there. You could say some tire demons or some speed demons, but as of late, he's yet to be dethroned in the points lead. But he's definitely in trouble if he can't figure out a way to get some higher end spots in here. They work him on down around out of turn 1. They'll bring him on down turn 2, and almost a 3-wide salute initiated there by Kruger, Milliken, and Sakosi. Oh! Sakosi gets on the bottom. He got on the apron there, saves a nice job there, but he got right down to the bottom there, and you saw the front tire spinning. And because that rear end is lifted up so much, it's like a dragster almost. You can't let that front end get up any higher. You have to keep it low to the ground. That's the only way you're going to keep the momentum stable. And that right there shows you why you cannot run that apron there. Now Byron Barlett will have company here as BB Racing 77 of Byron Barlett. We'll try to get around Brian W. Wiggins here in that 5 machine as they work him on down. The Fritz number 5 now works him on in. Trying to hold his own on the bottom there at turn 1. You can see though, there's a run, there's a momentum starting to build up here. Robert Kahn is not ahead that far anymore. He's starting to lose pace and momentum. I think he might have burnt the tires up too much doing what he was doing earlier. We'll see how much that comes back in because Justin Cope right now is making some serious runs here. On down around out of turn 3. They bring him down turn 4. Now Mark Cook, and there's the fray. He says, hey boys, I came here to play. He works him on down out of turn 4 here. And Byron Barlett now has got company yet again. Here comes that affordable SEO number 8. Mark Sarkozy as they work him on down around the front stretch. Sarkozy trying to get some momentum built up. He works him on down. He's trying to get it figured out here as they work him on in. These drivers giving it a heck of a run, trying to get something figured out. The battles are coming quick. The battles are coming hard on this D-shaped oval 2-mile-long track. Auto Club is known for the side-by-side 2-wide battles. You don't see too many 3-wides here for a reason. That high side's pretty much off limits. But the bottom and the middle have run and they have got groove. But you gotta be careful now. Here we go yet again. The BB Racing and Byron Barlett will have to do battle here with Mark Sarkozy. As now the 99 of Manny Watkins challenging in. It's been so long since we've seen Manny Watkins back in victory lane. Even though it's been about 3 weeks ago, he told us earlier today, I'm on the hunt, and I don't mean for Tyler Hunt. I'm on the hunt to get a win in again. It's been a while, and I'm hungry. I want it again, and I want it now. Well, we'll see if he's able to get it figured out here as he works him on down. He's got some serious momentum building on in. We're going on board here. You can see the throttle they have to get in, and then watch as they get into the turn. You hear how hard they're having to back off on those corners. They're giving it everything they can to stay off of one another, but they have to let go because you can see those bankings are not as strong and as smooth as you think. They are set more for a longer run and a longer setup. So you have to really tempo these cars out. As now it looks like Justin Coates got a serious momentum run going built up on Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn is in trouble. We'll see how long though that lasts because Justin Coates might be burning tires up himself. We'll see if maybe that's the case. But Sarkozy and Byron Barlett, man, right now, these guys just absolutely killing each other when it comes to battle. And now here comes the Blueberry number 4. You know who that is. It's Kyle Hanna now working him on in. He challenges Matty. Watkins now in trouble. He's got a challenger, and it just so happens to be the guy that got into troublesome territory earlier. He's working his way up from the outhouse to the White House. He's now in the Supreme. He's now worked him up into Congress. He needs to get into the Supreme Court. He's trying to get the votes. Can he get the toll, though? He needs it. He works him on down around out of turn 1 down. They'll bring him on into turn 2 here. And you got 4 cars battling for this one here. Nobody giving an inch. Nobody giving anything here. Up here, they want to get a win in here, and that's for dang sure. As they work him on down that back straightaway here, folks. We are 1/4 of the way past the end of this one here. There is a long road ahead of us, though, folks. There is not any time for a mistake, no room for error. Yeah, bring him on down around out of turn 2 here, out of turn 4 here. We'll swing him on down that front straightaway here. Now Matty walking straight to the bottom here, trying to make it around Sarkozy. Sarkozy opens the door up. Now can he make the move? Brings it on down around like a thief in the night. Zakosi sees it, and he doesn't want it to happen now. But Byron Bartlett needs to hold on to his own as well, because it's only a matter of time before they get up on him. And the 3 white salute is initiated out of turn 2. Here they go. Oh, you do not want to do too many of that, but I think these guys are going to make a monkey out of me tonight. They're working him on down around out turn 3, bring him on in. Byron Bartlett now works him on in, trying to get some momentum carried through, while the poor Kyle Hanna tries to build the momentum in the Blueberry number 4. On down around now, they get a little bit of a draft here, getting a little bit of a hand as they continue this one on in. You've got yourself a battle between 4 drivers still, and the race lead. Oh, no! Once again, Kyle Hanna is involved in a caution wreck. Byron Bartlett, unfortunately, getting into him there, and I'm not sure if that was just hard racing or maybe the spotter missed the call. We're going to the replay to find out about that one. Oh, my goodness. Let's take a look at this from the cockpit view. Here we go. Watch this. You can see right here, almost another 3 white salutes initiated. They bring him on down. Actually, it's almost kind of halfway in there. Oh, I got to think right there, that was just hard racing. Unfortunately, Kyle Hanna might have missed his spotter cue there, and I didn't realize how close he actually was there, and unfortunately, it sent him on around. So, as we bring him on down around now, turn 2 here, folks. The pack will re-rack, they'll restack, and you know what I'll say next. That's all that. And I gotta think right now for Robert Kahn, I'd be happy to see that, because in all honesty, I think the tires were burning in a bit too much, even for my taste. Justin Cope has finally taken the lead away from the Rattlesnake. The Rattlesnake has been passed around. Real quick, on to the chat here real quick, guys. We're tuning on in. Kenneth Crawford says, yeah, 10-4. Video stream looks good. Okay, good to know there. Well, good. Awesome. Sound good. Like that. Chris Tucker. Well, here's a fun one for you. I can only imagine the excitement if we had an announcer for me and my brother-in-law's racing season on NASCAR Heat. Tucker, believe it or not, we've done NASCAR Heat 5 and Heat 4 broadcasts before. If you go over to PTN Racing TV on YouTube, we've actually got quite a few streams on there, and we are currently finishing out a series with Rev Limit Racing. You guys can go and check that all out on PTN Racing TV on YouTube, and subscribe up there as well while you're at it. So we have done that before, and we try to keep the excitement. So I don't know. Tell us what you guys think. Go on down and take a look and see what you think there. Off the line, and Robert Kahn gets one off of Justin Cope, but remember, he burned his tires in quite a bit earlier, so we'll see if that comes into the favor of Justin Cope yet again. Your 4 coming out right now. Kruger gets 3rd. 4th goes to Milliken. The 20 will get the 5th slot. Tyler Hunt in that spot, and the 53 of Nicholas Wilson in the 6th slot. The 88 of Mark Cook will get 7th. The 8 of Mark Sakosi gets 8th. 9th gets to Matty Watkins, the 99, and 10th will go to Art Millen in the 15. Great to see him back out here as well. Always good to see our old pal Art Millen. A little thing for you guys here. I talked to Art Millen a couple days ago, and I tell you what, man. There is no guy that I haven't met that is just as passionate about racing as honestly he is. He just has that drive. He has that determination. Every time I see him go out there, every time he wants to go in, and he just never quits. He wants to be a champion one day, but he unfortunately falls in bad breaks. He just gets some tough times. But right now, though, I gotta believe it's only a matter of time before he really gets things figured out and gets it all done right. So as we get him ready to go here, folks, we got to cut to a quick commercial break here and go ahead and have a word from our sponsors. Tonight's race is brought to you in part by Affordable SEO. What's Affordable SEO, you might be asking right now in your chat and wondering why the image is not up on the overlay? Well, Affordable SEO, folks, is the services provided like web design, pay-per-click advertising, PPC, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, and candies, and more. So what are you waiting for? It's time you outrank your competition today. Go to Affordable SEO and Marketing on Facebook and Twitter and see what they can do for you today. All right, we're bringing them on down that back straightaway here, folks. We're getting ready here to go. We will bring them to life. The stars in the cars are going to bring them to life yet again and get them all situated out here. It is time for another green flag action-packed adventure here. So, as we bring them on down around those 14-degree turn banks here, it looks like Brian W. Wiggins will be your race leader here in the Fritz number 5 Chevrolet. It is out, and then right behind him, of course, the old rattlesnake waiting to strike yet again. We'll see how it all plays out here. Wiggins got a pretty good sized distance ahead of Robert, and he's going to get it on the jump start here as they get a green flag high in the air. On down around the front straightaway we go immediately. Robert gone now, trying to get some momentum built up, trying to get an early pace. He might try to save his tires a little bit more. He's usually really good at saving. I'm honestly surprised he's been battling hard as he has and as quick as he has. It's been kind of a struggle, in my opinion, for him to really master those turns. Speaking of mastering them on in, here they bring him on down out of turn 2. They go here. Mark Cook now getting some serious momentum, trying to get up there with Nicholas Wilson. Wilson trying to stay ahead of the curve here, trying to get some momentum in his favor here as he runs in the fifth slot right now. Right back on down now. They bring him on in. Oh, trouble there for the 42 Milliken. Watch out! Watch out! Ow! And Mark Sakosi gets a whack and a half. Oh! Well, I'm not sure what happened to Milliken there, but we're going to the replay here in a minute. But that was a wild, wild wreck. To put it nicely there, that was not what Milliken wanted to do. Here's the replay here. Let's take a look at this one. Remember what I said earlier about those tires being hard to control? Watch the steering. You can see the car, it's already given, it gave, it's gone. And then Sakosi tags him in the back. Milliken's probably thinking like, hey man, what the heck? How did that happen? We're going to go on board here with Sakosi and show you exactly what he saw in that carnage there. Right now he's got his hood up, so I don't even think he can see where he's going at the moment. Right now, bring him on down. Watch this. You can see the difference in tempo that Sakosi has here. Easier on the throttle there than he was earlier. Next, he's Milliken. He's trying to figure out where he's going. He's trying to go to the right, and still ends up tagging him, and then poof! Here goes the hood. Sometime, maybe. Well, the hood goes. Hey, there goes the hood. All fun and jokes there for Sakosi, but unfortunately there's no jokes when it comes to what happened there. Unfortunately, Milliken, serious damage up on that car there. He'll have to get it back down into pit road there and get it repaired out, and same going for Sakosi. A tough break for them. They are allowed 2 minutes to repairs here though, folks, so they'll get them situated out and get them ready to go here and get them all taken care of. So we'll see how that all plays out for these guys and gals and see what will come up next. I can tell you one thing right now, it's definitely been some good pack action racing here on the early goings, but right now it's kind of slowed up a bit. It's kind of tamed in. That's not what you want to see around here. You usually see a lot more than that. I got a feeling though, folks, it's coming. I got a feeling we're going to see some more heavy duty action packed adventures here later. I feel like it's going to be coming here soon. You're going to really be seeing all the action, all the racing at its finest. And right now, though, it's kind of quiet right now because they're just kind of working them on in, getting them situated out. That's the way it works on these trials sometimes. They have to. It's just the way it works. So as we bring them on down around, guys, if you could as well, we do ask if you would like and follow us up here on PTM Racing TV. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, and if you'd like to see more action and more fun stuff, we'd like to remind you that we do have a Twitter page over at League PTM or PTM Racing TV. You can follow us either there or over there. We're on. And then of course we always have the always good times over on YouTube land. We've got special content coming your way each and every time out. Every Monday night we have ourselves a little bit of some battling there between the Rev Limited Racing Series and the Cup Series there. Although the next time out we'll see them, it'll be a little bit of an all-star race, so we can't wait to call the action there for you guys. But also, if you guys want to know something, I'm going to let you in a little secret. Ooh, yeah, I want to hear a secret now, don't you? So, the next time that we have something special edition on YouTube, we have a little thing that we used to do called the Pedal to the Metal Racing Podcast. Well, guess what? That's coming back. We're bringing the Pedal to the Metal Racing Podcast back under its old banner, its old name, and I promise you there will be much better thumbnails than we originally had. But if you guys want to tune on in and hear those, I promise you it'll definitely be a show you want to listen to. Learn about the history, learn about the past, and what will be the future and what all goes down. You will be hearing that podcast coming soon to PTM Racing TV here on YouTube, exclusive only. As we work them on down around turn 1 here, guys, we'll get them all situated out here. Lot of racing to be had, and a lot of battles to come. And now, as we bring them on down around, guys, we are getting ready for the next go around here. This definitely looks to be a good one here as they work them on down the back straightaway here. We'll see who can get the better line, who can get the better run here. Robert Condo is going to be our race leader here. We're just under halfway in this one completed. But I'll tell you one thing right now, folks. You ain't living until you put the pedal to the metal around here. There's a reason why it's in our name. This ain't slow TV. This ain't, well, let's play it easy TV. This ain't other TV stations. This is PTM Racing TV. We only showcase you guys the fastest, the baddest, the definite of all drivers and all series at their finest. And tonight, the Old School Series is definitely putting on a show here at Auto Club Speedway. Considering this track is a pain to master and it is hard to win on. And right now, so far, as we get the first half completed here, they're doing a pretty good job as they work them on down that front straightaway here. We'll see how this one plays out as Robert the Rattlesnake Khan strikes on the start. On back, down around turn 1, they'll come on in here. The number 9 of Justin Cope now getting some momentum built up. He looks to challenge the number 5 of Brian W. Wiggins. Wiggins now down on low. He brings him on down out of turn 2 here. Justin Cope now trying to get the Trump 2020 machine rocking on in. While the 25 now of James Kruger works them on in as well. Now here they come. Whoa! Sparks flying off the 25 there. But the car now second. Wait a minute. Look at this behind you. A 3-wide salute. 3 wide coming into turn 1. Watch out. Will they hold it? That's not something you just see every day, folks. That's not something you just do on a casual basis on Auto Club of all things. They're doing it again. The 24 now works them on in. He's got a serious run with Art Milne in the 77. Byron Bartlett. Work him on down there. Look at this. A 4-wide salute now almost initiated. Holy smokes. David Castelli's a lap down, but he's trying to get some momentum built back up. And what a way to do it. But I am shocked beyond belief they were able to hold that as well as they did. Great driving on the Old School League. And now yet again another 3-wide salute has been initiated between the drivers. They'll clear it out though as they work them on down to turn 1. Or excuse me, turn 3, going back into turn 4. I'm speechless, folks. You don't just do that on a daily basis. That is not easy to master. David Castelli right now has got a full throttle assault coming for Kyle Hanna. He works him on down that front straightaway here. They'll bring him on in now. Going to get some momentum built up. And a turn 1 they go. Matty Watkins at 99 now trying to get something as well done here. He may be just waiting patiently, trying to get the momentum surge and to kind of keep the tires cool. Might be smart strategy on his end here. They work him on down now. That number 1 machine works him on in. Holsworth trying to get something figured out to stay ahead of Milliken. Oh, down around turn 3 they go. Milliken has the bottom line though. Holsworth knows he's got to get back in there. He can't get him here. Work him on in. Holdsworth will try to get that draft off of Milliken as they continue him in here. Caleb, the one you don't mess with Texas McCarthy now. Trying to get the Piles Wraps 24 machine up into a spot in a bit of rhythm section here as they work him on in. Nicholas Wilson at 53. Trying to also seize the moment, trying to get something going here. On down around out of turn 2 they go. Here down that back straightaway here. They are battling for it all. Down that back straightaway. We sling it on in. Turn 3 brings them on into turn 4 they go. Art Milne in that 11 machine trying to do a battle there with the 4 of Kyle Hanna. And you can see the run built on these guys. These guys are just giving it everything it's worth here. Kyle Hanna is giving it all he can to get ahead of Mark Milne, but Milne tonight, I feel as though he put on his A game because he's got some momentum built up. He's got some time going here. I know Doug the Dad Burns is going to get mad at me for saying this, but could this be a Cinderella story coming in the works? Because Art Milne right now, in my opinion, this is the best he's ever looked at on the track. He's got some momentum, and he's keeping it alive here. He's holding out. But as I say that, right behind him now, he's got company coming his way. Matty Watkins, Mark Sakosi, and Kyle Hanna initiating yet almost another 3 wide salute. They bring him on down out of turn 3, going down in turn 4 here. Watkins trying to get the bottom line away from Hanna. Whoa, watch out, Hanna, watch out. You can't get any more wrecks in there, but I think you've used all your instant repairs up. You don't want to lose that one. They work him on down. The spotter calling the action for him, telling him flat out, Watkins is there, Watkins is there. They bring him on down now, turn 1, they'll bring him on in here. They are giving it for what it's worth. They're side by side, they take it yet again. Watkins trying to hold his own, trying to get his run here. Milne now starting to lose up tempo, lose off the pace here. They've got yourself a battle here in the top 10. Work them on in. The 99 now gets a bottom line slingshot maneuver. A sling blade, if you will, to the 4 of Kyle Hanna. Kyle can't quite get him there. On down around now, they continuing on in. Art Milne still holding his own on that 15 machine in the 11th position right now, trying to get ahead of Holdsworth for that top 10 finish. He's never had a podium here on Old School League Racing, but he would love it here tonight. But he's going to try to take on the likes of a champion, proven commodity in the 99 of Watkins. Oh, back down around the bottom. Here comes the 77 of Byron Bartlett now straight down on the backstretch. Kyle Hanna now trying to build some momentum up on that side draft, trying to get something to the bottom line. He'll try to sneak his way across it. Like a thief in the night, Kyle Hanna just snuck his way through the opening of the door and closed the door right on Art. So unfortunately, I don't think the Cinderella story will be starting anytime tonight. But right now, back up to the front, Milliken now having some company here. The number 20 here of Tyler Hunt is trying to defend off that 42 machine. But Milliken is a tenacious one. He will not quit even when you tell him to. This is the battle for the top 8 right now between these drivers here, Milliken and Hunt. Right now doing battle here for that 8th slot. The Home Depot number 20 trying to hold up that 42 machine as they continue them on in. The 42 Milliken trying to see maybe if there's a run there. There's a rhythm there. Maybe if you can build the momentum up and get something going as they work them on back down, around, down, out of turn 3, going back down in turn 4 here. To the front stretch they go. You can see how close they have to get to that wall there to get the apex just right. On back down around that front straightaway now. Here comes the 99 of Watkins. Neither driver giving an inch, neither one wanting to quit. These guys are giving it quite the run and quite the show. Nobody wants to quit here, in my opinion. They all wanted to get into the big dance here as they work them on down around. Holdsworth losing momentum here and starting to lose time and patience. He's trying to get around Watkins yet again. Straight back down to the bottom goes Watkins. One follows behind. And right behind him here, Byron Bartlett trying to challenge up Kyle Hanna, but Hanna got a run on him. Well, a 3 wide salute maybe in the works. No, Sakosi says forget that. I know your games, Crusader. I'm not playing a 3 wide salute just yet. Well, I'll tell you this, Sakosi, you got to figure that one out because now the affordable STO number 1 now of Holdsworth is in the hunt. And now the 3 wide salute is initiated. They work him on down out of turn 2 here. Wait a minute. Oh! Woohoo! Almost a 4 wide salute initiated there. They backed off though. Byron Bartlett had to get off of Holdsworth. That was some serious hang time there and driving maneuver between the drivers there. They hanged in it. Kyle Hanna now straight down to the bottom. Sling blade right on the 1 of Holdsworth. And now Byron Bartlett will get the draft off of Kyle Hanna as they work him on down the front straightaway. Here they do battle. They will continue this one on in. Now you still got yourself a side-by-side battle for the race, for that race position here. Meanwhile, back up to the front, we work him on in as the pride of Texas, Caleb McCarthy, is in the hunt for Brian W. Wiggins in that 5 machine. Neither driver seeming to give an end here, neither one seeming to give anything out. All drivers still in the hunt, still in contention as they work them on down around. A lot of time here, a lot of momentum going here. There is no time like the present when it comes to this racing. They are giving it all it's worth and everything they can to try to get around one another, but you can just tell there's not a lot of room for mistake or error, and it's definitely showing from these guys. Let's go ahead and take a look up front right now. As you see, Mark Cook now is looking to challenge your race leader, the old rattlesnake, the Pony Express, Pony Boy, whatever the heck he's called anymore, Robert Kahn in the 28. Right now, one of Pedal to the Metal Racing League's finest doing battle here on the Old School League Series. He's trying to hold his own, trying to stick with it, trying to show the veterans a thing or two. He holds him on in as a Trump 2020 of 88, and Mark Cook now tries to work him on down now to turn forward to the front stretch. Robert sees what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the draft off him. He defends. He goes straight to the bottom there, trying to get him off. Here's the problem, though. The more he keeps doing that, the more he's going to burn the tires up, because now he has to bring it back up to the top and try to defend off yet again. He's got to be careful about that. He can't overdo those tires too quick. Mark Cook is a strategist. He'll play you like a fiddle. He'll hit you. And right now they work him on down out of turn 3. They'll bring him on down into turn 4. I think Mark Cook's looking to open up his racing Bible to Excel Chronicles versus 9 cars. Maybe a decent little race movie. But trust in the power of speed, and I'll float like a Cadillac and I'll sting like a Beamer when it comes to getting my movie created in this section of the D. As they work him on down out of turn 1. Bringing him on in down turn 2 here. Mark Cook. He's giving Robert all it's worth here. We're going to be at the halfway point here with Robert Kahn, your race leader, if Cook can't get around him here. And now the more they battle here, the more Justin Cope and that number 9 machine's kind of in the background. And now straight to the bottom goes Cook. Cook brings it on in. Sling blade, slingshot, call it what you will. Down to the bottom, we've got a new race leader right at halfway time. Or do we? Here comes Robert Kahn now back to the bottom. Trying to defend off Justin Cope. He sees him right coming his way. These drivers are some heavy artillery thrown at their way. And right now, the number 9 Justin Cope trying to get in from the outhouse to the White House. He was there earlier. He's going to try to build the momentum up and get something figured out for this one. Work him on down that back straightaway here. They will continue this one on in. We are over halfway this time by. But Cope now sees an opening. Robert Kahn burnt the tires in too much. I can tell by how he's maneuvering around. The car is starting to lose momentum and he's drifting upward. That's not good. You don't want to do that. And you can see him get a little bit loose up to the wall. There he went. Work him on down now. Justin Cope will try to get to Cook. Well, now that number 23 of James Kruger. The 25 of Kruger. Working him on down out of turn 1 now. He looks to get around the rattlesnake. Kruger is always one to give you a fright, but in the night, he is some delight. He brings him on down out of turn 2 here. He keeps it on going here, and that 28 of Robert Kahn is in trouble. The 28 is being challenged by Kruger. What's that old saying? What's that old rhythm? Rhyme? What is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, Kruger's coming for you. 3, 4, he just came at your door. And as I say that, I think the race officials got tired of me as the yellow has come out. Whoa! Hold again! The 4 of Boo Berry, number 4, Kyle Hanna, yet again involved in that one. I think he's been involved in at least 3/4 of this one tonight. Let's go to the replay and find out about what happened to that one. That was not what you wanted to see. Oh, wait a minute. Check this out, folks. Want to talk about some competition here? Watch this. Coming on down the back straightaway we go. And we now initiate a 3-wide salute. But where did everything go wrong? That's what I want to know. Oh, right there he gets into Hunt. Tyler Hunt gets spun. And right there saves it. Didn't get too much damage up, but the tires definitely took some beating on that. Nonetheless, all drivers are okay though, thankfully. Mark Cook will be your race leader. Sorry about that. We had to get the stream back up. So as they bring him on down around past the halfway point, let's see who makes a pass here in pit side here. This will definitely be a telling of the tale here for these drivers. If you guys want to as well, be sure to tune on in. We're not done yet. We'll talk with you guys in the chat. We got time. We got patience. Why not? Come on down. Let's talk. As they bring him on down around to the pit road here, they'll bring him on in. Robert Kahn has been the front runner on each time out to get that lucky break to get out of pit road. Oh, joining in the chat now, Haiti Hoogwin has joined us. Number 1, 3 thumbs up. Oh, right out of that start. Woo! That was close. All right, who won? Was it Trump or was it Trump? All right, all jokes aside, the 88 of Mark Cook barely held out that night at Justin Cope. That was a run and a half. Robert will get his third slot back, and James Kruger and 25 will stay on in it as well. The 42 Milliken will be right behind him. Nicholas Wilson and the 53, and then the 99 of Watkins. The 33 of Caleb McCarthy. The 4 there of Kyle Hanna. The 77 of Byron Barlett. Art Milne in the 15. And the 1 of Dustin Holsworth rounding out your top 10. It's been a heck of a race and a heck of a battle here. Quite the delight, to say the least here. I gotta admit right now, guys, it's been a show and a half. It's been good stuff from these drivers. Nobody seems, though, to have the ultimate advantage or the ultimate line figured out. Robert Kahn, wait a minute, he is dropping back in position. This is interesting. Did he get... He's going to be put in the back. Not really sure what they're doing right now. Well, nevertheless, as we get them all situated out here, guys, we'll bring them on down around real quick, though. I'm getting word from the producers. We got to do the thing that everybody yells at me to do all the time. We got to go to a quick commercial break. Tonight's race has been brought to you and sponsored in part by Affordable SEO. Affordable SEO with services provided like web design, pay-per-click, advertising, the PPC as it's known, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, and more. It's time you outrank your competition today. Alrighty then, folks. We're going to get them all situated out, and you know what we're going to do. We're going to put the pedal to the metal yet again on this restart. And it looks like the 88 of Mark Cook will be the race leader with the number 9 of Justin Cope in the front. The 25 of James Kruger will also be battling for this one, while the 5 of Brian W. Wiggins will be in this hunt. The 5 of Kyle Milliken, the 53 of Nicholas Wilson, the 99 of Matty Watkins, the 4 of Kyle Hanna, the 77 of Byron Barlett, and the 15 of Art Milne, rounding out your top 10 with that 1 of Dustin Holsworth, and then right behind all of them. He's got a bit of a fan base going here, guys. I think he might be in for a treat here. We'll see how it all plays out. We tell the pace car to bamboos, get the heck out of here. We don't care about you. We want to see these guys go on the run here. Wait a minute. Looks like some guys go on the outside. Some are staying in the middle off the restart here. Here we go. 45 laps remaining in this one here. It should be anybody's race. They work them on down at the front stretch to turn 1. Bring him on down around down turn 1 we go. Mark Cook and the Trump 2020 machine getting some momentum built up early as Justin Cope now trying to get some polls going for his campaign. The drivers work them on in, all single file digits at the moment. Now back in the pack here. Here comes that 24 Castelli to work around Holsworth. On down around now. Here comes Tyler on the hunt. In the 20 Home Depot machine now around Milne. Art Milne open the door up and hunt like a thief in the night. Makes a big pass there. Wait a minute. A lot of smoke coming on out. I'm not sure where that came from exactly. No caution being dealt, so we'll let them keep running here as they work them on down around out of turn 1. Back down turn 2 they go. Matty Watkins right now I think is just kind of tempoing and pacing himself. I have a feeling he's setting up a last-ditch effort on the run here. We'll see if that comes into play later. But working him on right now. James Kruger right now has made a pass around Justin Cope for that second slot. We've got a new front runner here in the second slot while Mark Cook has got a foot full to the pedal on down into the middle floorboards. These guys absolutely giving it what they're worth here right now. And Nicholas Wilson, we haven't talked about much of him all day, but he's been in the hunt here. And now looking back behind here, you've got yourself another battle here as Matty Watkins trying to get that 99 machine around that 77 of BB Racing's Byron Bartlett. Down around out of turns. Here they go. Here they work them on in now. Byron Bartlett has to hold off the 99. Watkins trying to give it everything it's worth here, though. Trying to get the momentum built in. Slingshot down out of turn 3. Slings him down. Not enough. Whoa! Bobble from Watkins. Bobble from Watkins. Robert Kahn makes a pass around for that. We talked about it earlier. This track is slick. It's hard to master. You want to talk about hard tracks to beat? We talked about it with Lucas Oil Raceway. That's not an easy track to tame and deal with, but it's definitely hard enough to run on when it comes to this kind of racing. Out of turn 1, we'll bring him down into turn 2 here. Tyler is on the hunt in the Home Depot number 20 machine. Back down around that back straightaway now. Works him on down the back stretch. They work him on in now as Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn looks to strike. He recoils and strikes to the bottom. He gets him on down out of Tyler Hunt in the 20 machine, trying to hold his own. But Robert Kahn is known for playing this. He'll play mind games with you when you least expect it. That's 77 Byron Bartlett in the BB Racing machine. Works him on in as well. Trying to get something figured out here, maybe for a last effort, a last run, if you will. James Kruger right now is not too far behind Bart Cook, but Bart Cook not exactly giving him any run here, any momentum to get off of. Down that back straightaway we go. Nicholas Wilson now trying to do a battle here. He's got that 9 at Justin Cope right behind him here. You got a battle for 4th here. Sling one on down around. Whoa, you can see a little bit of loose there. Whoa, Justin Cope's in the wall. Whoops, in the wall. Saves it there, but he got lucky that time. He knew he had room, but you got to be careful about that. You can't just get cubed. Ensuring these things will not be too nice to have you swing them too hard down. On back down around out of turn 1. Bring him down in turn 2 here. He will try to get a good run there as the number 4 of Kyle Hanna holds his own, trying to build the momentum alive here as they bring him on down that back straightaway. It's another full throttle assault for these drivers. A whole lot of racing and a whole lot of momentum built up. Not a lot of room for error and not a lot of room for mistakes. Putting it nicely here. Tyler Hunt in that 20 Home Depot machine. I'm going to go side by side with Kyle Hanna and the Blueberries number 4 machine. How many times have we said that how many times we said Kyle Hanna or Tyler Hunt have gone side by side in any of these series we've covered on the Old School League? It seems like every time these guys just cannot get around one another. They have to fight each other to everything it's worth. Meanwhile, right behind him, right in front of him though, Byron Bartlett now has company. Robert Kahn in the old 28 machine. Going to give her a little bit of a run here. He works him on down. He's starting to build momentum up to make the pass round for 6 here. Continuing them on in here. They will bring him on down around turn 4 here. And these guys are definitely giving it a heck of a run and a heck of a show between the drivers here and between everything else. They work him on around. Mark Sikosi's not out of the hunt yet in that 8 machine. We're going to go on board here with Sikosi. You can see the banking on those turns, man. It looks like they got room to work off of, but the problem is, like, they really don't have anywhere to go on that outside. There's no room there. I've been told before the bottom line is really the only line that you can really save it with, and that's really where it's all about right now for these drivers. They work them on out. Work them on around now. Look at this now. Right break down into the bottom here. I thought we were going to see a 3-wide salute initiated there. Didn't quite come that time around, or did it now? They work him on down. Sikosi backs off, though. Smart thinking, I think, on his end to stay off that run there and maybe try to back off for later here. On down around, James Kruger right now is falling further and further back, and you know what that means. Kruger is starting to get into troublesome territory. I think his nightmare is coming to life. Instead of it being someone else's nightmare, it's his own, because the 42, Kyle Milliken, has got himself a run and a half going here. On back down around now as they bring him on in here. Now joining us in the chat here tonight, Candace B. McCarthy saying, "Go, babe." Kayla McCarthy. Candace, it's so good to hear from you again as always. And they bring him on down around right now. I'll tell you, I'll give you an idea where McCarthy's at here in just a minute, but they bring him on down out of turn 2 here. Kruger right now is in a hunt and in a battle all over war zone right now. Well, actually, Caleb McCarthy right now is in the 11th slot. She's about a few positions back right now in there. These guys definitely seem as though the tires are burning in and they're starting to break a lot sooner, in my opinion. That definitely is starting to show here. Here comes Caleb McCarthy in that 33. We talked about it earlier. Is when they get it going, they get it figured out here. Straight down to the bottom goes Hunt, blocks McCarthy. That was he's got to be very careful about that though. McCarthy doesn't play nice when that happens. The pride of Texas don't take anything from that. There's a reason why she's called the one you don't mess with Texas. We nicknamed her that for a reason, and right now she works them on down out of turn 2 here. Giving it everything it's worth there. Now Henderson will be it. Almost a 3-wide salute initiated. Hunt trying to fend off McCarthy. McCarthy just trying to get centered up for a wrong run here. On back down around out turn 3 we go here. Back on into turn 4 we hit it. Tyler Hunt bringing it on, but McCarthy, Hunt goes into the wall! Saves it barely, but he about tags McCarthy. How close was that? We'll see if they call for the caution here. That was only Hunt that spun out. In other leagues we talked about before, you'll have to have 2 cars spin out or wreck to call the caution. It looks like they're going to keep it going here. Even though Hunt got loose on his own, I don't think they're calling for it. Back down that back straightaway here. They'll bring him on in here. McCarthy trying to challenge up Byron Barlett. Barlett trying to do everything he can to hold with it and trying to maintain stability. But you can see that run that McCarthy's got now works him on in. On down that front straightaway here. McCarthy now break down to the bottom here. They bring him on in here as the BB Racing 77 of Byron Barlett tries to hold off the pride of Texas. The Palos Raps 33 doing battle with the BB Racing 77 machine, and it looks like Palos Raps is going to take advantage of that one. What a run there from Caleb McCarthy as they work him on in. Whoa, a little bit of smoke coming there. Now it's Robert Kahn's turn to try to make a move here and try to make a pass around that Ford machine of Kyle Hanna. Hanna is on his game though, making a pass around him. That's a lot easier said than done, if you ask me right now, as they work him on down out of turn 4 here. 32 laps remaining in this one. It's been a struggle. It's been a fight. It's been a battle, to say the least here. Nobody has given an inch, and nobody has left anything off the table here tonight. For a good reason here. On down around now, side by side they go. Mark Sikosi now brings it on around down, trying to battle Robert Kahn here. They will do battle once more as they bring him on down in here, and we get him some runs going. On down around, Wiggins is a lap down, and Robert Kahn's going to make up here. Oh! And a tag there from Mark Sikosi to Wiggins. I don't think that's what he meant to do. But unfortunately, Wiggins has spun it on around. We'll see if that calls for the caution. I'm not getting any word from the race officials. They're saying we're going to keep it out there right now. I'm not sure if the race officials are very lenient or they got high off their tail end. I mean, I know they're in California and the caution has come on out now. Let's see if it was for the little spin around for Wiggins. It appears it was. So you know what we're going to do, folks? Oh, you know what we're going to go do. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the replay here. See exactly what happened exactly on that end of that spectrum. We're going back and we're going to take a look here. We're going to go on board here with Sikosi. You saw kind of the later half of that little spin there. Here's a replay here. Take a look at this. The Extreme Motorsports number 5 kind of backs off, and that little tag there from Sikosi, unfortunately, sending old Wiggins for a ride and a half, and darn shame and a half for him there. That's not something you see often from Sikosi. He usually does very clean about racing and doesn't ever make mistakes. Nevertheless, folks, we will bring them on down around and get them all situated out here. This has been a heated exchange between the drivers and everyone around, and you can just tell why that is. It's been so good, to say the least here. And here we go, folks, with our pit road battle. Who will get it this time? Okay, don't yell at me for the yawn. I apologize. That was not on purpose. Somebody's probably going to come in the chat and be like, wait, hey, why the heck is this guy yawning? What time is it around here? Well, right now, let's just say it's late around here. But right now where these guys are at, the only thing they're thinking about that's late is getting a race win in a later half of this race. They're getting them all situated out, fired up, and it looks like down out of pit road, Milliken will get him, followed by Kruger, 53 at Wilson, and Khan, then Cope, and then Sikosi, and then I believe Byron Barlett, yep, and then Watkins, McCarthy, and Art Milne will take on over. What an absolute race it's been here tonight, guys. What a barn burner and a battle from all ends of the spectrum. Absolutely nobody gave an inch here, and no one's giving anything. Well, I'll tell you one thing, guys. If you like what you see and like what you see right now, but you also like seeing some other action-packed adventures, I'll tell you right now, the Pedal to the Metal Racing League tomorrow night returns to Daytona. And what car are we running? For the first time ever, we're bringing you the late model series. And they will be going for some hardware. If you haven't seen it already on Facebook or Twitter, well, tomorrow night, we're going to show you exactly what these guys and gals will be running on for the big one. And I can tell you, oh, yes. Oh, I will tell you right now, it is a doozy. It is a beautiful piece of hardware. And we just can't wait to show you guys yet again. But, of course, after the Pedal to the Metal Racing League, we're going to bring you the Mississippi Dirt Series. The Mississippi Dirt Series, of course, the stock cars, always bad, fast, and let's be honest, folks, we know when they're on the track, there will be some dirt flying, there will be some dirt slinging, there will be warfare out on that track. So you are not going to want to miss it. And if I remember right, they're going in my side of the states. They're going into Knoxville Raceway. They're going on my side. So I don't have to travel too far tomorrow night. I can pretty much just call it good after Daytona, hit my plane on a flight, head over to Iowa again, and get back into my little favorite spot over Knoxville Raceway, which is that broadcaster's booth. Actually, it's the race car, just saying. But nonetheless, they'll get them all situated out, and Wiggins is going to get that pass around. This will now initiate a run and a half here. Let's see if James Kruger is going to pull a little Freddy Krueger. Well, that's what we're going to name him now, JFK. Hey, James Freddy Krueger. I hope, Kruger, if you're listening to this, I hope you don't mind. I think I'm going to give you that nickname now. So let's see if JFK and that 25 gets some working on in. As James Freddy Krueger is going to try to get in there as Kyle Milliken is going to hold him on the start. 27 laps remaining in this one. A lot of them are losing out on their instant repairs, and a lot of them are out on their tires. So now, wait a minute, look out. Wow, the race leader is spinning out of turn 2. Kyle Milliken. Unfortunately, we did not have our cameras on him, but he has lost the race lead. Oh my goodness. We talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. Everything can change just like that. That is nuts. That is insane to say the least, but that's what we told you earlier. You have to be careful on those starts. You can't let the tires skid. You skidded them in. He got too low. He got too hard on the throttle. And, well, let's just say when you do that, you're in trouble. And unfortunately, that cost him, as now Robert Kahn, the old rattlesnake, looking for the full throttle assault to be had. He's going for all it's worth. He's going for broke. We'll see if that helps, because right now he's trying to get up to Kruger. And you know when Kruger's on the pole, you know he's going to be giving you a few nightmares later. He holds it on in down out of turn 3. Swings it on down out of turn 4 here. And it is really Robert Kahn still in this one to battle here. As they work him on down around now, guys, they bring him on in. Now the battle between McCarthy and Byron Bartlett. You got a battle here for the 7th slot as they work him on in. Byron Bartlett trying to hold his own, but McCarthy is tenacious. She will not give an inch. And they work him on down around. You can see these guys giving it everything they can. Try to hold their own, try to hold this position on in. These guys, and gals I should say, are just absolutely been tearing it up here tonight on this track, and it's been quite the run. And I'm not going to jinx anything right now, but those glitch graphic gremlins have stayed the heck away from us tonight, and everyone's saying the stream looks good. So far I say we're almost in for a good night tonight. If we can get a perfect ending, that will be the cherry on top of the sundae. Speaking of putting a cherry on top of the sundae, I'll tell you one driver who would like to put a cherry on top of that sundae, and that's the Pride of Texas. Working them on in, but Matty Watkins at 99 has got some serious momentum building up to try to stay ahead of her here as Justin Cope in that 9 machine tries to hang in it. Robert Kahn right now is running out of momentum or running off the pace here. James Kruger is finally starting to get the momentum built up again. But you got to wonder how much of that has burned his tires up, how much of that has teared up his equipment. On down around side by side they go yet again. Matty Watkins challenging him up. Watkins down side by side with number 9 and Justin Cope here as they work him on down out of turn 2 here. Cope trying to get something here, trying to build him on in, but Watkins is not out of the hunt yet, still in this one. Watkins is a former champion here, folks. He'll give it everything he's got. Well, Mark Cook now gets around Byron Bartlett. Bartlett is in trouble. He's in trouble losing this one. He's been falling further and further back. Now he's going to fall even more back as he's going to fall into the 8th slot as the 7th slot goes to Mark Cook. Side by side now for that 5th slot here between these heavy hitters of Watkins and the 9 of Cope. They bring him on down. This is actually a battle for 4th here, I should say. Caleb McCarthy has got to be salivating over thinking about making a pass here. We're going on board with her. I want you to listen very carefully how hard she's hitting the throttle on the backstretch, but listen carefully when she gets into the exits. Mark Cook makes a big pass around there. You can see they're actually getting a little sideways there, but they're actually able to hold the car in line there and hold it stable because of the fact that custom setups-wise, they're able to hold them in better and set them up the way they want to. And that's exactly why they're holding up as well as they are right now. On down around out of turn 1, bring them on down to turn 2 they go here. Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn, the Pony Express, the Pony Boy. In the PTM Racing TV Roush Paddles Wraps 28 machine trying to get up with that 25 of James Kruger. Kruger giving everything he's worth. He's trying to play a nightmare, a little trick on Kahn. He's like, I know this is your first time out there, kid, but you ain't beating me on this track. Not today, sir. Well, let's see if Robert Kahn challenges that up because that old rattlesnake will strike when you least expect it. And you know when that comes, you know it's in for a fight. On back down around out of turn 1, bring him down in turn 2. You can see how Kruger is holding his line and momentum there. It's really built up quite a bit. Staying in it with it and staying with that run here. That's been his key to success. That's what's kept him in the line here for a good win race. But right now, the back straightaway here, Mark Cook has got a draft and a full throttle assault coming to Cope. Sling blade straight to the bottom. Slingshot down low. And we go. Woo! Reminds me a lot of Iowa Speedway with those sling blades. You bring it high, then you go straight down low. And you get a run there that brings it back up to the top. It's actually very similar, Auto Club is, and turn-wise, if you will, to Iowa. But the only difference is Iowa's a much shorter track. So you kind of have to learn how to sling blade them there because that's the whole point of it. As Mark Coke right now, that 88 has overtaken for the 5th slot. Justin Cope says, forget that. I'm not playing those games. If you're gonna be a cook, you're going back into the kitchen, sir. And Mark Cook says, oh, I'll go back in the kitchen. I'm gonna whip up some nice, delicious sliders and rolls here because I am rolling ahead of you, my friend. Robert Kahn has taken the race lead away from James Kruger. But we all know what Kruger's up to. Because when he comes down into turn 1, it's going to be a 1, 2, Grayson's come for you. He'll bring him on down that back straightaway here. James Kruger giving it all he can here. Working him on down, around, out of turn 2 they go. Kruger brings him on down to JFK, James Freddy Kruger. And that 25 machine works him on in. And now he's looking up to get another verse riddle in there. He's going to go to that little rhyme. Because 3, 4, better lock your door. He better not lock your door. You better block the door there, Con. He's coming for you, buddy. Work him on down. Now Robert Jones back down the bottom line trying to defend off James Kruger. Now Kruger works him on in. They continue the momentum. Wait a minute. We got 2 in the infield. Matty Watkins is in the infield. So is Mark Cook. That's going to open up a huge door and a half for these drivers. There's 17 laps remaining here, folks. They're running out of time. That might have just ended the bidding for that 99 of Matty Watkins. Is also Mark Cook in the 88. Meanwhile, back up front, straight down low, sling blade, straight down to the bottom. James Kruger going 3, 4. I'm coming for your door. He gets him on down. He slings it on in now, gets a good run there, and now Robert Kahn's in trouble, but the caution comes out. Did James get ahead of Kahn before the caution came out? The officials are telling me no, he did not. So Robert Kahn is going to stay the race leader. And we got to take a look at this one here from Matty Watkins. I hope this is the last replay. We got to take a look tonight. Definitely don't like having to pull these up so much. Let's take another look at it here. Let's see if there's contact made here out of turn 4. It was on the front stretch. Let's take a look here. Cope comes on in. He's battling hard. And, oh! Watkins just tagged him there. Holy smokes. Tagged him up good. Went right into the wall. And it was like super glue at that point. That car just got stuck. Ugh. Yikes. That was definitely not what Mr. Watkins had in mind there. That is for sure. He's bringing it on down that back straightaway here. He'll get it all situated out here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my favorite time of the evening. It's time for the pit race down pit road. Bringing them on down pit road now. Here we go. Who will get the run? Who will get the line? Who is going to get this fun overtime? Still waiting for somebody to come on in here and say, why is this guy singing? As they work them on in, guys, they're getting them all situated out here. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a battle off pit road. Will Robert get the tires off quick enough? He's putting a fresh set on. If he can get that run, I got a feeling he's going to get what he wants, and that's the lead and a battle to the end. This restart, folks, is going to tell the tale. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the conclusive time. It is time to have ourselves a one last shootout, a one last battle to the end. This will be a strong showing for these drivers, a strong showing at the end. In my opinion, this will be the determining factor on this one. Milliken is currently a lap down. He's going to try to get that lap back. He is not, well, they're getting word right now he might be the race leader now, actually. I think he actually did beat Robert out of pit road. We'll see what the officials are calling. They will bring him on down around out of the front stretch, and we will initiate a 1 to go this time by. There it is. Alright, folks, this is it. 14 laps remain. They want to get across the line. 13 will be left. This 2-mile long track has played host to quite a bit of runs and quite a bit of battles. But I don't think, in the slightest bit, that we would ever expect such a run in a battle like these drivers have put on here tonight. What a showing and what a race. Alright, everybody. I want to know in the comments right now, who is your pick to win? Who do you think is going to take home the California 200 ARCA Series in the Old School Racing League? Will it be that right there, Kyle Milliken in the 42? Will it be the newest recruit to Old School, Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn in the 28? Will it be a former champion in the 53 of Nicholas Wilson? Or will it be Kyle Hanna, the 4 who has been dealing with all sorts of troubles all season, and especially in this race? Or will Mark Sikosi get himself another trip down to victory lane? I believe he'll go back-to-back if he can get this one. It's on the line. These drivers got a fresh set of tires. They're not holding anything back on this one. 13 laps left to go. They bring him on down that front straightaway. They couldn't be any more uneven packed if you even tried that. On down around turn 1, they bring him on in. Now they'll swing him on right down the bottom here. You got yourself a battle in the back here as McCarthy has a little bit of control. Oh! Oh my goodness, that was not the start that Sikosi had in mind. I don't know if we want to go to the replay or not, but I think we're going to try this one time. We're going to give it a chance and see what happened exactly on that. That was not what you wanted to see. Here's the replay. Let's find out what happened. Right there. Just overdrove it. Hunt tags him. Tags Bartlett. Bear almost gets into McCarthy. McCarthy escapes a go right there. I believe both drivers have a instant repair they can use in there, but... my goodness, my word, this has just been an absolute bar burner. And right now, I hope the spotter is helping out Bartlett, because that hood right now is so far up on him, I don't even think he can see a new moon coming out. It looks like... okay, I'm going to probably get in so much trouble for saying this, but doesn't he look like he's Pac-Man with the way his mouth is and the way his yellow kind of sticking out? He looks like he's trying to eat Kruger. What the heck? It might, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking things off the top of my head. That just to me looked like it was so funny. Well, guys, we're ready to go yet again, and where laps are going to start winding down and start to toll away. This is definitely going to get harder and harder to master here. Well, Kenneth Crawford right now is poking fun at me. Hashtag Sleepy Crusader. Gee, thanks a lot, buddy. And Candace B. McCarthy even saying, I was about to say, you Sleepy Crusader? No, I'm not sleepy. Just been a long day. That's what I get for being up since 2 a.m. and it's... well, for those that don't know where time-wise, it's currently 8:38 Central Time right now, about 9:38 Eastern Time, for those that don't know. So, been up since that time, and still broadcasting and still doing all this madness. But I love every minute of it, and these guys have definitely been putting on a show to stay awake to, so I am not falling asleep until this race is complete and done and over with. Thank you very much. Alright, everybody, we'll bring him on down around. We'll get them all situated out here and see if maybe we can get something figured out for this one. That 28 of Robert Kahn right now. Oh man, if I'm in the driver's seat right now, I gotta be thinking, I'm so close, but you gotta keep the heart rate down. You've got to keep the mental focus there. This next time by, in my opinion, is gonna be the telling of the tale. Remember last time with Kyle Milliken, he went into turn 1, he got loose and spun out. Will the same thing happen to him or Robert Kahn on this one. Because if they do, Nicholas Wilson has a good chance, as well as Kyle Hanna, the teammates there. They're looking for one last run, a last gasp, if you will, for this one. And don't look now, but another fellow driver from Pedal to the Metal, after making her debut a couple weeks ago in that 33, the Bottles Wraps machine, McCarthy's in the hunt now as well, folks. This, my friends, could be something. So it looks like this right now. You got the Lone Wolf Milliken. You got that old rattlesnake Robert Kahn. You got the teammates of Wilson and Hanna. Then you got JFK, James Freddy Krueger, and the 25. And that hunt, you got the Pride of Texas looking for her very first podium and race win. And then you got Dustin Holsworth, and that one of Fort Alessio has built up quite a fan base here in the comments section. Folks, I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to choose in this one. This could be anybody's race here. We got to get to the green flag here to see this. This next time by, folks, we will let them loose. We'll let them spin. We'll let them run. The cars and the stars in the cars, bring them to life. Green flags high in the air. Robert Kahn did not get the restart he was looking for there, but I gotta believe he'll build it back up with momentum and pace there as they work him on in. Now we got a battle back in the back here. Brian W. Wiggins now having a dual battle with Mark Cook and Art Milne. Oh, they're gonna battle it in hard now, folks. They work him on down around turn 1. They go down turn 2 here. Tyler Hunt is on the hunt. He's going for some momentum. He's trying to build some speed in there. These guys work them on in now. Justin Cope to the inside of McCarthy. And that 3 wide salute looks like it might be coming soon, but they're not going to get it that time. On down around now, McCarthy, full throttle assault. Look at that. Woo! Holy smokes. You want to talk about a battle right there? She put a pedal to the metal there. She gave it everything it was worth there for a reason. And now with 8 to go, Robert Kahn to the bottom, down turn 2. Milliken's in trouble. Milliken's team defeated. Robert Kahn tries to back off, gives some room. They're going to go side by side for the race lead. Don't blink now with only 7 to go this time by. This is the first time we've ever seen Robert Kahn on the channel and first on this series. And this is the first time we've ever seen him do as well as he has right now. He's giving it all it's worth here. Nicholas Wilson right now is trying to hang with him, trying to stick into this one as they work him on down that front straightaway. They'll bring him on turn 1. Milliken is diving in deep, looking for another gear. He sends it, but is it enough to get around Robert? No, it's not. He loses momentum. And now Nicholas Wilson now works him on the inside. Nicholas Wilson has got a full throttle of assault coming to Robert. Robert sees it. Robert knows it. Milliken's trying to get back into this. You've got a battle and a half with 6 to go. Oh! Milliken up on the wall. He saves it that time, but he's going to lose a lot of momentum as now as James Freddy Krueger works him on in. He'll work him on down around the front stretch to turn 1. The teammates now are battling for 2nd and 3rd. I guarantee you, though, they've got to be working with each other to get that momentum built back up together. Robert, will we see it? Will we see the draft built up? Wilson says, the heck with that. I'm passing my teammate. I don't need to worry about this. I want to get him on my own. Problem is, though, Wilson, the more you two keep battling, the more Robert's just going to pass you. Robert has a foot full of that throttle. And I guarantee it right now, he's not going to give up anytime soon as we put 5 laps on the counter. The flagman puts 5 up. We've got 5 to go. Kayla, the one you don't mess with, Texas McCarthy in the 33, now battling it out in the Bottles Wraps machine with the 20 Home Depot PTM Racing TV 20 Bear machine of Tyler Hunt. Tyler Hunt now working him on down that back straightaway here out of turn 2. Hard throttle, hard charger. Here comes that hard charger of Hunt. Hunt looks to put a punt down to the bottom of McCarthy. Side by side they take it here. As it looks like McCarthy has to hold out and try to stick with it. Something gone wrong for Hunt. He is gone off the screen there. I'm not sure if maybe that was on his end or what it was, but he is gone. Work him on down around now. They'll bring him on in here. And McCarthy has got a run and a half to Milliken. Milliken right now just trying to stay in it. 4 laps remaining in this one. Now here comes Mark Sikorsky to the outside of McCarthy as they work him on down that back straightaway. Claiming the draft off of Milliken. They work him on in down for the crossover or daily double. Oh, will he get it here? He works him on in. McCarthy gets that draft now, and Milliken's in trouble yet again. Works him on in. Out of the bottom goes McCarthy. Oh, they hold it stable. They hold it still. Robert Kahn right now is going further and further away from Wilson. The battle is in the back here. Barring any disasters, they're going to see yourselves a battle to the end for these drivers. 3 laps remain, and there's going to be 2 to go this next time by. With that green flag flies high, we'll switch it out for a white flag. Milliken just trying to stay in it, but now Matty Watkins trying to build up time from earlier. He's got a full throttle assault coming his way of McCarthy. McCarthy trying to hold on for all it's worth, trying to stay with it, trying to stick in this one, but you see it's right now with the green flag flying high in the air. There's not a lot of time left in this one. On back down around out of turn 1 they go. Now McCarthy opens the door wide open for Matty Watkins. Matty Watkins says, why not? I'll take that up. Oh, pass for 6 here as they work him on down that back straightaway. Watkins trying to get the momentum. McCarthy trying to stick with it. I think she's backing off for another down low maneuver. That's what she's doing here. She's going to get him on the draft here. Work him on down out of turn 4. The white flag is out though. And it's on that driver right there, the 28 of Robert the Rattlesnake Kahn. Will we see him win tonight? He's got 4 turns to complete. Here comes turn 1. But Nicholas Wilson now with a huge run. Nicholas Wilson now works him on down out of turn 2. He's got side by side. He's got momentum. He's got it. Watch this, folks. They're battling for the lead. Straight down the backstretch. Wilson looking for a run. Straight to the bottom. Robert tries to hold on. He's going to have to back off and try to get a run on Wilson on the outside exit. It's not going to be enough. Robert Kahn. Straight to the bottom. Straight to the bottom. And Nicholas Wilson, by a car length, will take home the race victory. Oh my goodness. What a finalized last 2 laps that was. You couldn't have asked for a better finish from these drivers. The fireworks are going off here tonight. Nicholas Wilson once again gets the victory and puts the 53 Blueberry machine in victory lane. And he didn't do it alone. He had his teammate Kyle Hanna getting another podium. They barely held off Robert Kahn on that last set. That right there, folks, is what racing is all about. They say NASCAR worries about aggressive driving. Well, that was aggressive driving, but they never touched. They never spun. It was all pure racing. And you know what time it is for that 53. It's time to sling the donuts and give some burnouts. We're going to the replay here in just a minute real quick, folks, so we're going to go ahead on down. I'm heading down pit side real quick. I'll be right back with you here in just a few short seconds. All right, folks, I'm heading on down now pit side here, and I am now joined here with the driver on the number 4 Blueberry machine. That is Kyle Hanna in that 4 machine. Kyle, once again, another trip to the podium, not to victory lane, but my goodness, my man, did you have a run coming for everybody else there?
Yeah, you know, to use your phrase, I felt it was a real outhouse to the White House moment. You know, had an unfortunate wreck up front and did a couple things to myself, but you know, it was a heck of a run, and I'm happy with the results. So.
I think you got in about 2 or 3 wrecks there. The third one just being a nice little spin around. So I got to believe you actually had to use those instant repairs up a few times to actually get that car recentered up and fixed up, or did the crew get to work on it right away and just get it done right?
Yeah, those quick repairs were a real savior. Let me tell you. I really I got lucky on the last couple and avoided some damage. So just grateful for how that worked out.
Yeah, for sure there, man. But Kyle, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. You did have a good outhouse to the White House moment there. You actually put that thing up into the Supreme Court. You about got it into Congress there and then almost into the White House. But, I mean, for a driver of your caliber, I wouldn't expect anything less out of you tonight. You definitely gave it a good run there.
Well, I appreciate that, Chris. I couldn't do it without my teammates, Nick and Mike. They helped a lot with the setup and some race techniques. So, it was a real team effort tonight.
Anybody else you want to thank here tonight on this podium finish?
Yeah, just my awesome teammates. I'm loving the racing we do and loving the liveries we run. So.
Well, right now it's doing pretty good, and it seems to be working out quite well for you tonight. You put it back into victory lane. Congratulations, Kyle Hanna, on not victory lane, but you put it back into the third place finish here tonight in the podium. Congratulations here for the third place finish, brother.
Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your third place finisher here tonight, Kyle Hanna, and the number 4. All right, folks, we're currently waiting on Nicholas Wilson to get out of the car and stop having some fun out there. He's having a little too much fun out there, if you ask me, but I don't blame him. Why would you? But we're also waiting for Robert Kahn to join us in the booth at the moment. So we may be just a minute here, but I think we are going to go and talk with our race winner, Mr. Nicholas Wilson. Let's get the image on screen. Let's bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm down here at victory lane, and Wilson, what the heck did you have in that motor for a full throttle assault on the Rattlesnake?
Well, I knew I had a better long run car. Just was kind of saving my stuff all night. But man, there at the end, I didn't think I had enough time, and I don't know what happened. Those last 2 laps, he just fell into my lap, and I was able to luckily make the pass.
Yeah, absolutely, indeed, and that was honestly crazy to say. Like, we about lost our voice here on PTN Racing TV because that was just crazy to how hard you had to throw that thing in from turn 1 to turn 2. You get the rhythm, you got the line. All of a sudden, Robert Kahn tries to block. Then you go down in turn 3, and I don't know how the heck you sling bladed that thing straight down with that slingshot maneuver, but it held, and holy smokes, did they do good.
Well, with just the right amount of brake, about 4 or 5 times a run, you can give that a shot, but it's not a good long-term tactic.
I wouldn't say so after the experience we've had on here before. We talked about a little bit on the podcast tonight with basically the track is very slick and hard. And you just give us an idea. Like I've already talked about it on here, but just give the fans at home like what does it take to try to hold out and try to win on this track, much less to survive this slick Auto Club Speedway.
Well, the biggest thing is just getting in front of as many cars as possible. I started towards the back there, and then it's hard. It's hard to pass. So you got to get ahead of folks any way you can, because it's true. Like once there's like 5 or 6 laps on the tires, all of a sudden you're sliding all over the place. You need them to mess up more than you can pass them to actually get your pass done. So it's tough out there, but it was good tonight.
It was indeed, and you managed to get yourself into victory lane. So I talked to your teammate a minute ago, but Nicholas, who do you want to thank here tonight, buddy?
Well, I got to thank, obviously, Kyle and Mike, because they were holding down the fort. I'm actually racing on location, I guess you could say, from a beach right now. So not my normal setup. But I did get Kyle's old steering wheel for this one, so that was helpful. And, throughout the race, I was dealing with some dogs that were hanging out nearby. I don't know if they were getting picked up on my microphone, but they were either cheering me on or messing me up. I don't know which one, but I can thank the dogs, too. Well,
it definitely seemed like it worked quite well here tonight, even though you didn't invite me over to the beach tonight. I got stuck in the broadcaster's booth in a hot vent way for about 6 hours, so thanks a lot. But nonetheless, Nicholas Wilson, victory here tonight in Victory Lane on Auto Club. That's got to mean a lot to you tonight, man. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here tonight, the 53 of Nicholas Wilson. All right, folks, before we bring our second place finisher here tonight, because I think a lot of you at home want to know what the heck's going through that man's mind right now, we're going to go ahead and bring the screen up. I'm heading down pit side. The producers say it's time to bring him on in here. Let's go ahead and talk with the Rattlesnake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down back here on the front straightaway here now. And I am currently with their old rattlesnake himself in pit road. And Robert, man, you looked like you had it, but Wilson just threw a haymaker, and that was the 1-2 punch that just got you, buddy. What was going through your mind?
He earned that one fair and square. He did a hell of a job. I just was, I made adjustments throughout the race. At one point, I think I was 5.5 pounds up on one of my tire pressure adjustments, and I just couldn't get it loose.
Was there anything you would have done differently besides that when you come back on to race the next time out with these old school league guys?
But the car run.
Yeah, you kind of jumped out there, buddy.
They were better.
Yeah, that's better. There you go.
Yeah, I just kept getting tight. I made like 5.5 pounds of adjustment at one point to try to get it to rotate better, and I couldn't get the tight out of the car. And then I made the wrong adjustment on the last stop, but car, no doubt about it.
Stuff.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely for sure there. I'm not going to lie, though. We kind of missed a few things that you said there, so I think we're going to have to kind of just go right into the main thing here. But, Robert, I'll ask you this real quick before we kind of get it and call it off tonight. But what was the one thing that surprised you about running on this track with this ARCA series, considering you're going to be heading over into Charlotte Motor Speedway territory for some other series coming up in the near future?
I learned a lot of stuff out of it. Tire wear is very key. I learned that the hard way at this race, but tire wear is definitely key in ARCA series so far.
All right, for the viewers at home that are just getting into ARCA or wanting to figure out how to run these things, that's the biggest thing you need to know is just pay attention to your tire wear and pay attention to how much you burn them up, and that definitely showed here for Mr. Rattlesnake himself. So, Robert, before we go, who do you want to thank here for the second place finish, buddy?
PTM Racing TV, you're great announcing. That pretty much covers it. Great race, and thanks for PTM. And if anyone needs a stream, talk to you guys. Great.
All right, well, we appreciate the kind words here, Robert, and we also appreciate coming on out here tonight in a great battle nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your second place finisher here tonight, the old rattlesnake himself, Robert Kahn, in the PTM Racing TV 28 machine. Robert, congratulations again, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, and that's going to pretty much wrap it up here tonight, folks. And what a night it was indeed. It was chaotic. It was a mess, but it was so much fun. You couldn't keep your eyes off of it. But before we go, we do need to let you know a few things before we let you loose. Of course, tonight's race was the California 200, is sponsored in part by Affordable SEO, with services provided like web design, pay-per-click, advertising, PPC, logo design, business cards, shirts, hats, pens, candy, and more. It's time you outrank your competition today. Visit Affordable SEO and Marketing on Facebook and on Twitter, and they'll get you hooked up the right way for your business needs. But also, folks, tomorrow night, it's doubleheader time. We're bringing those big, bad, late models to Daytona International Speedway. They told us it couldn't be done. They told us, why would you do it? Why? What are you thinking? And we said with a smile on our grin, why not? So we're going to show you guys the late models at Daytona International Speedway tomorrow. And I can tell you, running with those guys now, and I've getting some experience out there, it is a lot of fun and it's different. And I can tell you, you're in for a show, so do not miss that. It will be coming up here on the stream, 7 Central, 8 Eastern times. And then also, right after to follow, we're bringing the old boys out. That's the good old boys of Mississippi Dirt. The dirt slinging, gun slinging, hard racing, action-packed adventures of those dirt stocks. We'll tune them on in after the Pedal in the Metal Racing League, Late Models, Daytona International Speedway. You're not going to want to miss that one, folks. And then, of course, the Crazy Dog T-shirts, Triple Threat Series, the Split Decision Racing League come on Friday night. Saturday night, we have a special invitation from all of our guys and friends over at Flyby Cup Series. They have offered us a little invitation to a special charity event. We are honored and privileged to call. We can't wait to show that to you guys. And then Sunday night, we will be off. We will take a break. And then, of course, Monday night, you can find some exclusive content on YouTube for all that. But, folks, that's really going to wrap it up here tonight, so we'll stop bickering and badgering and call it a night. From all of us here at PTM Racing TV and all of us across the world, stay safe, be safe, take care, God bless, we love you all. Good night, everybody.